Hi, this is Rayven Michaels, and in the prior video, we covered learning if your spirit guide was present, how to sense your spirit guide being close to you. Now, generally, we think of them as being over one of our shoulders, and it doesn't really matter, where they are, standing close to you, whatever, hovering close to you. But the important thing is that we are able to recognize when they are close to us. Because when we're not sighted, we don't really think about whether or not they're there. And it's easy to forget that our guide is there. So we needed to develop a way to know that our guide was there. So now that we have determined, how to know when our guide is there, and we have to talk to them, and interact with them, make an effort to do that. Otherwise, it's just kind of like walking around in life with somebody going along with you, and you're just kind of ignoring them, and they're kind of like, well, I'm here to help them if they want me, but they just don't seem to really, I can't reach out and force myself into their life. They have to ask for me. So if you're watching these videos, you are looking to ask and interact with your spirit guides. So you're trying to form a bond with them. So let's take that bond one step further. Start by asking your spirit guide to come close. And when you feel the trigger that you know they're there, ask them to step back. And now we're going to ask them some questions. And this is the way we're going to do it, because we're not going to worry about being able to hear it or see inner mind pictures or anything like that. We're still going to work with our spirit guide's vibration or their triggers that we've developed that we can feel. Okay? So what I want you to do is take your hands and hold them out palm side up like this in front of you. And let me turn the camera just a little bit so you can see a little more. So we're going to hold our hands palm side up. And I want you to name one of your hands yes and one of your hands no. And generally your dominant hand will be yes, and for me that's my right hand. So my right hand would be yes and my left hand would be no. Now, to know whether this is working and so that you can know what the answers feel like, you need to ask a question that you know the answer to. So, for instance, I would ask my guide, is my name Rayven Michaels? And I should feel a sensation of some type in my right hand. It'll either feel like it moves down, it may just feel like somebody has laid their hand on top of mine, it might tingle, the possibilities are endless, but you should feel something in your yes hand. Okay? Ask it another question. Another good question is, I live at, and then list where you live, your address. And again, you should feel something in your yes hand. Ask it things like, my favorite color is purple, or whatever your favorite color is. My favorite food is, I hate homework, or I love my job. As long as it has a yes answer, ask questions, okay? And do this so that you have several instances of what it feels like to have a yes answer. But now we need to know what no feels like. So we need to ask some questions that we absolutely know is no. A good one for me would be, I am 25 years old. Well, no, I didn't get that drastic of a reaction, but I'm being silly. I'm obviously not 25. So I get a sensation in my left hand telling me that I'm not 25, not today. My hair is black. It isn't it's very gray, and it has lots of blue highlights, blue and purple highlights in it that are fading. I have to get new and fresh and a touch-up. Other questions are, my name is Elvis Presley. Obviously it's not. I like cigarettes. I don't. I really hate cigarettes. So that's a good no question for me. That may not be for those of you that are smokers, and I apologize. I'm not trying to be offensive or judgmental or anything. I'm just trying to think of no questions that I can ask my guide. But you get what we're doing here. So that's just a quick little way for you to be able to communicate on a yes/no basis with your guide, okay? And I encourage you to use that quite a bit, and you can do it anywhere. I mean, you can be sitting at your desk and you can rest your hands on your knees and have your hands hanging off your knees and quickly ask your guide a question. Is this person someone I can trust? Yes or no? You know, am I going to do good on this test? Yes or no? So, pardon me, for some reason I keep having a yawn trying to sneak out on me. So, I encourage you to use this yes-no technique and to use it everywhere, because you can always quickly, easily kind of rest your hands, you know, on the tabletop or whatever, just as long as they're kind of palm side up so you can feel, you know, so that your guide knows that you're ready to feel it. And this is just a very basic spirit guide communication, but it is a start, you know, and we all have to start somewhere. Babies started out struggling to roll over, then they struggled to crawl, and from crawling they learned to walk. And so this is kind of the same sort of thing. It's a beginning. It's something that helps us know just because we don't see spirits doesn't mean we're not interacting with them. We really are. We really can. And my personal thoughts and feelings are that not being sighted immediately is a blessing, because you'll have a deeper, richer attachment, because your friend over there that feels like fancy pants because they can see spirits are just devastated and blown away when they can't see them, because that's the only connection they have is vision, and that's unfortunate. So even sighted people can use these techniques to develop it, but I would close my eyes so that your vision doesn't interfere, because if you can see them and they're going yes or no or whatever, it's going to kind of spoil the experiment. So this is a different level of interacting with your guide, and just think how neat that is, that you can actually be sensing and getting responses from your guide without staring off into the ceiling or over somebody's shoulder, or looking like you're all involved with somebody that's not in the room, and people are like, they're kind of weird. They look like they're always looking at something that isn't there, kind of, ooh, you know. And who knows, maybe we are psychics. Maybe as psychics we are a little out there. But who cares? We enjoy what we do, and that's all that matters. So, this is Rayven Michaels with Earth Spirit Soul, and bye-bye for now.